Hi, I'm Shanley Jabonero from STEM C 11 Brilliance.
I'm Joen Galabo. I'm from grade 11, STEM C, Brilliance.
So I'm here today to teach you or to talk to you about the examples of higher derivative orders and how to solve a higher derivative order.
Good day everyone, we will talk about derivative, higher order derivatives, and what are those. So first, derivative in mathematics, it is an instantaneous rate of change, that is the amount of which a function is changing at one given point. So we have a diagram here. So if this is our point, from this is a slope, this is our point, and we will compute the rate of change from this point to this point. So that is derivative. That is the derivative. We will compute the rate of change from this point to this point. And when we say higher order derivatives, we will get another slope from this point to another point. So that is a higher order derivative. Higher order derivatives are derivatives other than the first derivative that are used to model real-life phenomena like transportation devices such as car. So if a car is moving from a distance, from 1 kilometer, this is the first derivative, and when we'll get another kilometer or 2 kilometers, so that is our second derivative. So there is an order. From this is the first derivative, and this is the second derivative. So that is a higher order derivatives. So when we get higher order derivatives, we should know the 8 theorems in derivatives, because we cannot solve the function in higher order derivatives if we will not know these theorems. So the first theorem is derivative of a constant. And the next theorem, second theorem, is derivative of a power function. Third theorem is constant multiple of a function. Fourth theorem is the derivative of trigonometric functions. Fifth theorem is derivative of exponential and logarithmic functions. Sixth theorem is the derivative of a sum or difference of a function. Seventh theorem is the product rule of differentiation. And lastly, the eighth theorem is the quotient rule for differentiation. So to know more, these are the theorems. So when we will just have a acronym so we can remember these theorems. So first is the constant, ko, power, kopomo, tri, lo, sudi, pro, and rho. Kopomo, tri, lo, sud, pro, rho. So it means constant, power, multiple, and this is the trigonometric, this is the logarithmic, this is the sum and difference, product rule, and last rule for differentiation. So always remember this acronym: kopomo,
quotient rule,
tri, lo, sud, pro, rho.
The next example is f of x is equal to 2x to the power of 5 plus 8x squared minus 3x plus 5. So derivative of first term, so this will be f prime of x is equal of derivative of 2x to the power of 5. So the answer is 10x to the power of 4 plus derivative of 8x squared is equal to 16x minus derivative of 3x is equal to 3 plus derivative of 5 is equal to 0. So we don't need to write the 0 from here. So the second derivative, or f double prime of x, is equal to the derivative of 10x to the power of 4. So this will be 40x cubed plus derivative of 16x is equal to 16, then minus derivative of 3 is 0. Again, we do need to write the 0. And the third derivative, or f triple prime of x, is equal to derivative of 40x cubed. So this will be 120x squared plus derivative of 16 is 0. So our third derivative of function is 120x squared.
So I have here an example of higher order derivatives. First, f of x is equals to 4x raised to the power of 4 plus 3x squared minus 4. So our first derivative is f prime of x is equals to 4 times the derivative of x raised to the power of 4 is 4x cubed plus 3, and the derivative of x squared is 2x minus the derivative of 4 is 0. And the second derivative, f prime of x is equals to 16 because 4 times coefficient of 4x cubed, 4 times 4 is 16, and the derivative of x cubed is 3x squared plus 3 times 2 equals 6, and the derivative of x is 1. Third derivative, f prime of x is equals to 48. 16 times 3 equals 48, and the derivative of x squared is 2x plus 0. And the fourth derivative is equals to 96 because 48 times 2 equals 96, and the derivative of x is 1. And our final answer is f prime of x is equals to 96.
So here, we are going to find the third derivative of the function, and our given is y is equal to 5x cubed plus 4x squared plus 7x plus 3. So we asked to find the third derivatives. So we are going to take the first derivative by using the rows and differentiations. So we have y prime is equal to, using the rows and differentiations, so this will be 15x squared plus 8x plus 7. So this is our first derivative of the function. Now, the second derivative, or we called it while double prime, again, we apply the rows and differentiation, so this will be while double prime is equal to 30x, then using the power rule, then plus 8. Then third derivative, or the while triple prime is equal to 30. So this is our third derivative of function.
So second example is find the second derivative of y equals x cubed times sine x. So the first derivative, dy over dx, equals the product of two function, so u dv plus v du. Our u is x cubed and our v is sine x. U is equals to x cubed, and the derivative of x cubed is 3x squared, and the v is sine x, and the derivative of sine x is cosine x. So we substitute here in formula dy over dx is equals to u is x cubed times the dv, which is cosine x, plus our v is sine x. So the derivative of x cubed is 3x squared. So our first derivative is 3x cosine plus 3x squared times sine x. So we can get the second derivative. So the second order is equals to derivative d squared y over d derivative x squared equals d x cubed cosine x plus 3 x squared sine x. So mo ni atong second derivative. So nata dre duha ka product rule. Mo ni ang atong u and mo ni ang atong v. And the second is mo ni ang u and this is the v. First, our u is x cubed and the derivative ng u is 3x squared. And the v is cosine x, and the derivative of cosine x is negative sine x. Yeah, next is dre nga side. So ang atong u is 3x squared. Yeah, ang derivative ng 3x squared is 6x. Atong v is sine x, and the derivative of sine x is cosine x. So diri na dito ito kabuok product rule sa second derivative. So second order of derivative is equal to u dv plus v du. At ano na ito para dili mo mag-libog. Plus u dv plus v du. Kani, diri nga side. So ato na isang i-substitute. Our first u is x cubed equals x cubed times the dv, which is the negative sine x, plus our v is cosine x, times du, which is 3x squared plus 3x squared times the dv, which is cosine x. Yang atong v is sine x times the du, which is 6x. So mao ni ang ato ang pag-substitute. Atong next button dere is multiply our variables sa mga trigonometric function. X cubed times negative sine x equals negative x cubed sine x plus the 3x cubed times the cosine x plus the 3x squared plus cosine x plus 6x sine x. So, dream, magbabantayan ninyo ang natay common term ang x squared cosine x x squared cosine x. So, diri atong kapihon ang walay kapareho. Atong x cubed sine x plus 3 plus 3 6x squared cosine x plus last is 6x plus 6x copy 6x sine x. So mo ni siya ang second order sa function nato. Mo ni siya guys.